Oh, hi. Fiona didn't tell me you were here. Why don't we examine some of the specific questions you have? It would seem that addresses the issue of how we collect personal data. Now, a few people are nervous about the degree of... We discussed this. I made this crystal clear that you cannot videotape this, Mr. Crystal.
Our microcosmic lives, our inner selves, our fixations.
In 2010, Raymond Kang began research into the source and driving forces of individual thought.
The study began with 10 subjects of varying backgrounds.
Debate over his true intent or source of funding continues. However, one thing was made quite evident.
There was no depth unprobable for a dedicated researcher.
10 different complex theories will be painstakingly enacted in less than medically supervised conditions.
The intent of the research was described initially as secretive. However, it's generally understood that there was nothing secretive or invasive about the work.
Hi everyone, glad you can make it. Well, most of you. We screened many people for this, and as we continue, I'll be glad to clarify things. And you'll quickly see it's not as unusual as things might first appear.
Hi, I'm Courtney. I'm a singer, an actress, a dancer. I'm a hamster! That was an audition. Growing up, I wasn't exactly the most popular girl, as you might think. Actually, in high school, the popular girls were bitches to me.
Oh my god, you're such a poser! Oh!
I'm half Japanese, and I've always had to think about that. And I'm really trying to work at my VJ reel to host and do interviews, so I'm looking for interviews right now with musicians. That's pretty much my life. I'm gonna be a celebrity. These are real.
Here at the Raymond Kang Institute, we pride ourselves in our institutional ability to conduct the best research anywhere on this planet.
My name is Avery, and I'm a producer. I produced hundreds of hit records. Now I'm going into the film business where I'm going to make a lot of hit films because that's what I do.
We're great friends, you know, he's an awesome guy.
Yeah, I'm not ready to die just now.
Some portions some of you will find fun, and yes, I realize some of you will simply enjoy that we are well financed.
My name is Marta Werner. I'm 38 years old. I've lived here in the city for 13 years now, and I'm a secretary here in the city. I met my husband William in school, and we both had the same path to follow. We both felt the same need to serve God, so we married, and we followed that path together. I know my life and what matters to me. I have self-control. I know right from wrong. William had uncontrollable urges. No. William had an uncontrollable urge. It was said it was a childhood fantasy. He had seen it in a magazine as a kid, and he felt he had to fulfill this. Okay, first of all, where do you find a dwarf prostitute? And he had to like clear it with air traffic controllers. I mean, who does that? Who does that in life? He was caught and he was arrested for soliciting sex and trespassing. William screwed a small person on a helicopter pad. William was a twisted pervert. I'm making much better, clearer choices now. I think deeply about what the Lord wants me to do. How does He wish for me to fulfill my path? How am I supposed to serve Him? Serve my family, the ones I love? Wow. A truly meaningful reason for me to live? Serve the Lord.
We started screening many people to find a combination of ages, metabolism types, and variety of psychographics.
Juniper. No last name. I've already had to face most of my worst fears. The death of both my parents, the inferno in the circus tent. There was an accident, a very terrible highway crash, and I lost my father. My mother died in childbirth, burying me. I was a fire spinner, amongst other things. I grew up with a traveling circus, and now I am striking out on my own.
From all the variables in the screening process, it's no surprise that you're all quite different. However, it's also a highly unlikely but random coincidence that two of you knew each other before this study, Preston and Juniper.
My name is Preston Privat. I've been playing poker all my life. Well, in my head.
My dad used to bring me along to his games since I was 12 years old.
I act on instinct and desire, two fundamental aspects of my intellect that have kept me fed and satisfied.
Preston's be a bad boy.
Win big and fuck as much as you can.
So there are no experimental medical aspects to this. Some of it will be artistic, other aspects will test memory, etc.
My name is Jake Blake. I'm a pretty comfortable guy, country singer. I like to write songs about all the things that I felt. I felt pretty blessed to be able to go on tour, put out a few albums, had some fans. I think we have to create meaning in our lives. Google a philosopher, quote him. The missus and I were on a long drive home. I think we were in Saskatchewan, maybe Montana. A star that was coming straight at us just lit everything up. Before our eyes, a ship come down. Anyway, we watched it for about 20 minutes. And it literally scared the shit out of us. And then, as quick as it came, zoom, it was gone. Straight up into the fucking stratosphere. We knew it wasn't from here. Well, I knew it anyway. My wife, she never talked about it since. That was it. It was totally apart. I couldn't say it didn't happen. But I don't know. She was different somehow. Different person. Couldn't face that truth. I didn't know that life as an intellectual was going to be this difficult. Yeah, I hear voices. Sure do. I hear questions, answers, questions, confusing conversations, and they don't stop. Ever. I don't see stars. I don't see those little lights anymore. I see quasars, I see galaxies, and I see crazy supernovas.
Most of the basics are covered in the paperwork that Fiona has applied. As articulated on the last few pages, all the procedures will be monitored by other professionals that have been chosen by an independent outside group.
My name's Carol Jenkins. I was born in Hamilton, grew up in Hamilton, went to school in Hamilton, went to a community college there. 2-year course in accounting. Went to a correctional facility. I'm just going to erase everything so it's clean and light. What a fucking pile of bullshit. And I was released 2 months ago. That's the bare bones.
Most of your questions will be answered in the materials provided. However, Fiona and I can answer all questions individually or right now as a group.
Spencer Johnson, now look, just keep that rolling. I'm going to tell you something really just incredible. Just keep it rolling, alright? Well, It all started about 3 years ago. 3 years ago when I had trouble sleeping. Talked to my doctor. Nothing helped. Finally I slept. I had a dream. At least I think it was a dream. And this man appears out of nowhere. Never seen him before in my life. He stops talking, but I can still hear him. You know, it's like he tells me he wants me to go and find, retrieve this device, this machine, this never been there before in my life. I start digging. I'm digging up rocks and roots and all kinds of crap, and I'm getting my hands all blistered, but I don't feel it. I keep digging. Must have been 3 hours. And there it is. This thing he told me about. Alright, so I look at it. I can't figure out what this thing is. It gave me things. It gave me meaning. It gave me purpose. It gave me... I didn't need anything else. I had the machine, and that's all I needed. Machine, the device, the time machine, whatever the hell you want to call it. Do you want to hear about that?
I knew everybody before this study.
Met everybody? What the hell is that?
You heard me.
Yeah, well, I heard that too. I do know you, though. Aren't you Jake Blake?
I thought so.
Jake who?
Jake Blake.
Thank you, and let's start. Any questions?
So what about this Kang character?
What are you wanting to know?
I mean, I'm wondering about the study, how it advances, and I mean, is this guy for real?
He's for real, alright.
About that Courtney chick. She's unreal.
It was difficult being there with everyone. They don't need to know what I know. Raymond's study will prove many things I want to see unfold in real time. I'll be very attentive. Well, Nathan and I had a little chat. He couldn't remember where we had met. I was going to tell him. But, decided not to.
Mr. Newman?
I was just having a conversation with Spencer Johnson, and I'm just kind of wondering if, I mean, there's a way I can get in touch with him. Maybe you can give me his contact.
Well, I'm sorry. I simply can't give you that information. Nathan, have you had another blackout?
No, I haven't had a blackout in years. I mean, I talked to Raymond about that, and it's fine. It's not affecting the. Anyway, if you can't give me Spencer's info, like, can you get him to get in touch with me? Like, give him my email address or my phone number or something.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Thanks. Newman and Associates. Newman and Associates. I was the Newman of Newman and Associates, the architectural and engineering firm, and what beautiful wife and children. The skyscraper that collapsed in Dubai didn't kill anybody because it was still under construction, but my arrogance ruined myself. My brilliance wrecked me. So now I'm just this guy with a calculator for a brain, and I write and I stick to myself, and I'm not dealing with anybody. And then I had the accident that destroyed the counting part of my brain. And that, I mean, although I came back from it, I taught myself to be a better calculator than I ever could have been before, to do incredible things with my mind that I needed computers to do for me before. It was a life everybody wanted, and I had it. I'm afraid of calculating my mortality. I'm afraid that if I stop the research and stop the little calculations that I do, and that I'm gonna discover my death, and I'm gonna know this, and I don't want to live knowing how I'm gonna die. And I'm a counter, I'm a researcher, I'm a writer, I'm a quantifier. I'm in the study because Raymond Kang is fascinating. I mean, I also need the money, but Kang's study is just phenomenal. Kang checks out pretty clear. Some people have some crazy theories about him, which start out good, but under close examination fall apart pretty quickly. And anyway, they're chronicled by crazy people.
Thanks, Mr. Newman.
Oh, no, thank you. Listen, I know this isn't a confirmation yet, but I'm really interested in the study, and I'm wondering if maybe I could get some information on what you're going to be doing, like if you've got something downloadable on the next stage of the process. I'd really appreciate it. I'd really like that.
With you, I might make an exception, Nathan, but I can't at this point. 213 people screened.
That's a ton of data, Ray.
And it's all over. The 10 final combinations are here.
So what makes these 10 the perfect ones? Oh!
Congratulations, Fiona.
You didn't expect to get so many prospects, and I certainly did not expect to be one of them. My name is Fiona Matthews, and I'm a clinical psychologist. I've been practicing for probably 16 years, a little more than that. Sometimes I lose track. And my main practice is in private practice, but I also do some consulting as well as some additional counseling for a home for wayward girls. And that's one of the main things that I really enjoy about this work.
It won't affect the outcome one way or the other.
Okay. I'll reach out and check on your time and interest.
The Raymond Kang Initiative. So is everybody there?
I think so.
Man, why didn't I get into this study? This looks like some easy money. You half-Japs always win.
I don't know if that's winning. It's a fluke that I'm even in this thing. I mean, look, you've got that spot on the fake news program that you do, you have your stand-up show. People think you're funny. You just get to be a public weirdo. Gee, I get that for free every day.
Seriously, Course, this looks like some real big money. And what's this about the elements of the study to be revealed with an amplifying pay scale? That could mean big dough. Like, did you even ask about that?
Not really. However, I did get to meet Jake Blake, and there was another producer guy there.
Oh my god, is he that magician from Poland? That guy who makes, like, cows explode, and, like, cars explode, and, like, penguins explode?
No, he's the country dude, the singer. He was pretty big for a while, and he said he'd let me interview him.
What, just like that? You just ask this country guy if you could interview him and he says yes? Wait. Is this guy big? Is he like a real star?
Yeah, I think he's pretty major. Actually, I better start trying to remember what the heck his songs are.
Courtney, you're such a wiener. You have to check up on the guy. You can't just, like, you know, meet with the star and then ask him what he had for lunch that day.
Would you get real? I'll figure it out. I'm not just gonna make shit up.
Okay, seriously, dude, you have to, like, Google it. You have to find out facts, and you have to find out what he's been up to lately.
I did. That's the thing. He hasn't been up to much lately. I think he had a crisis or something.
Well, there you go. That could either be the best thing to ask him about or the worst thing. Because a lot of stars, they just don't want to get personal.
He wasn't a diva type. Seemed like a really down-to-earth guy.
Wind tunnels?
Wind tunnels.
Whoa, what the hell even is this? That's crazy science shit.
Never been in a wind tunnel before. Kind of sounds like fun.
Electrical nerve testing?
Nerve testing.
Aren't you at all worried about this? Because some of the stuff that you have to do that's coming up, I don't know, it looks really weird.
I looked into what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to help people, but I also knew that if I was going to invest a significant amount of energy and time in earning a living, that I should find it rewarding and also earn a decent living, which is why I went into psychology. I'm not going to be taking any notes here. This is completely confidential.
I have the normal urges of a woman, but God denies me that.
Is that true?
Yes. I believe that we're on a clear and proper path. There's nothing vague in the Bible about being proper. But I'm angry at it all, you know, because why would he then provide me with a husband that awakens all these desires in me, only to be revealed that he's got some disgusting perversion in him, this disgusting small person fetish with whirlybirds?
You seem to have defined that aspect of right and wrong pretty clearly.
But at that moment, when he's sliding into me and I'm covered in fur, shielded from his peering eyes, I feel so luscious, and I know that I found a little bit of heaven on earth.
Do you hear God's voice in your head at that point?
I hear beautiful silence. I'm a normal person. Yeah, I'm a good lady. I just want to feel it all. I want to feel the exhilaration and the rush, you know, the joy of life. I mean, but we're tempted by nature to touch human things. I mean, the lust and the life. I mean, isn't that normal, Fiona? I mean, isn't that normal? I mean, isn't this what normal people do?
But isn't that wow factor supposed to come from service to your faith?
Who knows why I got chosen for the study?
Now look at this. I can put a camera anywhere. Is that not fucking cool or what? Okay, now Raymond Kang may not want to share his information, but I'm not a fucking lab rat. And I think I'm going to be able to convince him to give up this information because he can be persuaded, and I have information that is going to make him see the light of day.
The more I looked into it, the more fascinating it became. And I thought, wouldn't this make an incredible reality show?
Hello, Ray. We need to talk. I have a little bit of news for you.
Hi everybody, I'm Courtney Taylor and I'm really happy to be sitting with Jake Blake, who is an amazing country singer. He's a living legend in the country world. And today we're going to find out a little bit...
Hold on there, little lady. Legend's a very big title. And it makes me sound like some sort of old timer. And I ain't no Billy Ray Cyrus.
No, I mean, I didn't mean it in a bad way at all. I think a legend is something to be proud of. I know everyone watching loves you, and so I'm sorry, I didn't mean anything.
I appreciate
that. You disappeared for a little while, and rumor has it that you might have had a nervous breakdown. I'm just wondering, is that a rumor?
You know, what kind of judgmental remark is that anyway?
I actually only meant it because I just was as a...
What kind of judgmental remark is that?
Okay.
I come in here and I gotta take that kind of crap from you?
No, I only was asking
you punk-ass little kids, you don't have any idea what it's like to have your mind ripped open and have it torn out of you? You have any idea what that is? I'm goddamn telling everybody the truth, and I look like a nut! Best don't you talk back to me! Okay, I had a field day with the press on me. I had no support from my management. You think I wanted my wife to leave me? I'd disappear. No support, a field day, the fool, the delusional fool. I know the truth, the purity of it. I know what's out there. UFOs are real.
Fuck you! And fuck the horse you rode in. Get that out of my fucking face.
What are you doing? That's my dad's fucking camera, Jake, you asshole! What the fuck? Now I can't even use this anymore! What the hell was that?
Jake Blake. Now there is another anomaly. There's been times in his life when he's disappeared completely. Now, there are some theorists who would connect that with his alien abduction story, which, by the way, I believe to be true. Preston's a hard guy to track information on. It wasn't even easy to determine his identity in the first place. And you know, there's somebody else in this study who I don't even know the name of yet. Who's Tara? Spencer seems to be a key applicant. His elements seem thoroughly documented, however, maybe excessively, and at the same time, he simultaneously seems to be completely off the radar. His numbers aren't making any sense either, but then again, there's an excessive amount of data there.
He might as well have just fucked the camera himself! It's just fucked! Dad'll kill me!
Courtney, you rock. How did you let this shit happen?
Yeah, well, apparently his nerves are an ongoing freak show. What the fuck does it matter anyway? The camera's toast and I can't get it fixed.
Okay. So you meet at this Kang thing, and you probably won't have to see him again. Okay, and in the study will eventually pay for it, yes?
I guess, yeah.
And then you have this crazy footage that you can eventually sell to some sort of like TMX tabloid or some shit.
Fucking cowboy with his psycho freakazoid space issues from hell? I mean, is this what real superstars do? Because how the hell am I supposed to get ahead if this is the way people behave?
That's the magic question.
Behave?
Yep. People have behavior.
Tara, that was weird.
Weirdness is behavior.
Behavior?
What the? Courtney? Hey! Fuck! Courtney?
I'll tell you what just happened. Spontaneous human combustion is a term used to describe the burning of a living human body without an apparent external source of ignition. People seem to implode into ash on the spot. There have been about 200 documented cases worldwide over a period of around 300 years, and there is much debate to its reality. Another popular but unverified thought is that human bodies contain varying fields of electrical energy and flammable gases, mostly methane, in the internal digestive system. One errant electrical spark and poof, it burned from the inside out. Wow, isn't that pretty amazing? Although it's not too possible. Human beings and science, not necessarily an understood equation.
Fuck! Courtney! What the fuck? Hello? I need to report an explosion, a death, an explosion. No, it wasn't a bomb, it was... Courtney Taylor, she died, she's gone, I don't know, she's like, there's a bunch of ash on the ground. No, she's not breathing, there's just ash on the ground. I don't know what happened, she's burned to a crisp. I don't know, no, there wasn't a fire. Just come here. No, I can't calm down, please. Yes, thank you.
The study can't continue, can it?
Ray's interest in having you in this study has been quite clear and cautious. He's interested in measuring your calmness.
I mean, my stability, I'm great. Okay, it's just been a while since anybody's taken my situation seriously.
Well, Ray was very attentive. He sees positive things.
Well, good. Looking forward to it.
Jake Blake, how are you? You get lost?
Nah, sorry I'm late, Bria. I haven't been feeling as good as I should lately. Nada. Whoa. This is quite a hot diggity place you got here.
Yeah, lots of toys, lots of props. I got a few B movies on that go right now before we get into the big stuff.
Now that's something wild over there.
Hey, come on. Let's talk recording. You know, my girlfriend at the time loved your second album. So you can imagine my surprise when I saw you at Kang's, and I thought, even though I'm not making record producing a priority these days...
Look, as long as you're not thinking about doing, well, a country record. Because I just, you know, I haven't been writing much lately because I'm just in a totally different headspace.
What are you thinking?
I'm looking at a lot of more variety. And a lot of simple things, too. And the universe.
A cosmic cowboy album.
At this point, what I need to do is do a work of emotional art. I know that that's the only way that I'm going to be able to purge all of these negative feelings. Question is there any room in this biz for that kind of honesty?
Do you have any love songs?
Not at the moment. You know, I got this one idea about food. All the molecules in food are all basically the same. But when you go to taste them, different flavor. Bubbles. Bubbles as if they was thoughts. Big emotions. Bubbles in my brain, they go pop, pop, pop. Mystery bubbles on that train that won't stop, stop, stop. Where do they come from? Why do they do what they do? Bubbles in my brain and bubbles inside of you, too. Oh, you know, I'm pretty happy that we hooked up and met there at Kang's place. I just kind of wonder what's going to happen with that study. I don't know.
Hey, well, it's on hold right now, with Courtney out of it.
Why? Did Courtney pull out of the study?
She died. It was really strange.
What? What do you mean? What do you mean strange?
Well, spontaneous combustion. I mean, it was really fucked up.
That little Courtney girl is dead? You mean like spontaneous combustion as in like caught fire from the inside?
Yeah, I know she was really smoking hot, but that's kind of far out there, but that's what happened.
Avery, I just saw her the other day. Tried to contact her. Oh, shit. The last time I saw her, the things I said were awful.
Whatever you're feeling right now, grab that, man. Sing about it. Write it down. Go with it. It's pure. What are you feeling? What are you feeling right now?
I feel pain, Avery. Pure fucking pain.
Pain is good, man. That's what we want. We want that pain. And that's what we'll record.
I feel like I got a hot poker stuck up my ass.
Do you mind if I record this?
Burn, baby, burn. Apparently, Courtney Taylor, a downtown hat shop salesgirl and aspiring actress, was reported to have died from spontaneous combustion. Rumored is more likely to be the case. Here we have an audition tape that we found.
The whole crew is gone! They've eaten all the humans!
And further investigation reveals a recent confrontational meeting with has-been country flake Jake Blake. More on this hot topic next. Keep my checks flowing, Ray, and I'll keep this thing together. It won't be easy.
Well, nothing like this is ever easy.
True. Can you keep the cash flowing?
Courtney's probably irreplaceable.
Oh, she'd love to hear that.
Flow shifts. Results will change. The information will still be precious.
Oh, that's my daughter. I have to take this.
Sometimes I think there's this like really sort of sexy, appealing thing about dying at a young age, like at the peak of your stardom, right? The peak of your career. And I always think about Marilyn Monroe. Like, that is just sexy.
I'm moving to a new circle now. I am passing through a few circles along the way, but I am not stopping in any.
Hey, Junebug. The door is always open for you. You know that.
He likes me because I can be anything he wants. I can deliver. Preston and I met once in Argentina, and then once in Egypt, and then once in Las Vegas. And of course in Las Vegas we said, well hell, let's just get on with it then and go up to the suite and have sex. Which we did. Are you sure it's me?
Maybe I'm not.
Fancy pants. Wanna dance? This is number 9, isn't it?
Number 9 what?
City. The 9th city. You and I have been in.
I wasn't counting. Are you?
Yeah, it's 9.
Bubbles in my brain, they go pop, pop, pop. Mystery bubbles on that train, it won't stop, stop, stop. Bubbles in my brain, they go pop, pop, pop. Mystery bubbles on that train, it won't stop, stop, stop.
The redhead?
What? Jesus bless me, Marta.
Saints in heaven, Marta. She puts on a pretty good front, doesn't she?
Yeah. Talk to her.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Let's just say that one of the others told me something about her that makes a lot of sense.
People say a lot of things.
True. However, it's the real thing.
What a crazy fucking fetish, man. Oh, no offense.
Oh, none taken. But in her case, it's not a fetish. That would make her a furry.
Furry? What the Wikipedia is a furry?
Well, some people can only achieve sexual pleasure when they connect to the deepest, most primal base instincts inside them. And for some people, that most primal base figure is an animal. So they dress up in animal costumes, mascots, or the like, and do various sexual activity in said costumes in order to achieve their sexual zenith.
Whoa. Some people are just really out there.
Normal can be pretty fucked up too.
How could that be? Are you been avoiding me?
No.
Am I being blamed for anything here?
Like what, Spencer?
Where is he now?
If he were here, I would get him for you.
He knows what I've been doing, doesn't he?
What have you been doing, Spencer?
This and that. And it's starting to freak me out. I try to put it away. Try to turn it off. It's not working. I try to make myself normal again. Because it was changing me. I knew that. It was affecting me somehow on a, not only a psychological level, but I don't know what it was doing to me. But it was doing something. I had to get away from it. It absorbed me, and I couldn't turn it off, and the images it was showing me. So then it started showing me things I don't want to see. But it won't let up, realizing that these things, these horrific things that it's showing me are happening in the future, and I'm somehow part of it. He floated to me in person who appeared out of the ether. Sure, but if you're gonna get it from somewhere, well, who knows, right? I had a regular life until I was given the power of God. It was certainly something unique. Anyway, I bring it home. I looked at it for a while, tried to figure it out. So I struggled through that period for some time until the thing just vanished. It's gone. It lit up like a nova in my apartment. I don't understand. Its effects were still with me. It started with a recurring dream years ago.
Loony! Nut bar!
There are so many wonderful ways to eliminate human problems. You learn a lot of murder theory in the palace. Inside you learn, outside you can apply. Nobody likes having their time and life stripped away. As a matter of fact, I hated it. Placed in prison by the 3 guys who gave me my first serious meal ticket really hurt. I didn't fuck up their company, they did, and they blamed me, and I didn't fuck up their lives, but I took the fall. Human problems can be eliminated by strangulation, suffocation, or excess intoxication. Industrial poisons and medical poisons. I could kill every fucking member of their fucking company. That's messy. And no need to eliminate innocent bystanders. When I was in prison, I had only one problem: getting out. Now that I'm out, I have 3 problems. I think a little excess street drugs and toxic enhancement can take care of problem number 1.
I'll just reach out to her and contact her and let her know what stage we're at and what's coming.
Carol claims not to be capable of acting out her vengeance fantasies. It's debatable, but I don't believe her.
So you think she's capable?
Quite.
Carol's not a bad person. Alright, let's get that straight. She's been backed into a corner, she's adjusted to it too well. She can be redeemed.
Hello? Yeah, could I speak to Tara, please?
You are, and...
I'm calling about Courtney Taylor.
You're not a reporter?
Well, I was in the same study with her at the Kang Institute. Yeah, and I just wanted to ask you a few questions.
Who are you with that Kang study?
No, I'm not with the study. I was in the study... I was going to be in the study with Courtney.
Oh, and you want some information? Sure, here's some information. Well, she wears a size 6 shoe, and she got a B in her grade 12 math class, and what else? Oh yeah, she exploded into ash in front of my eyes, so I hope that works for you. Good enough. Bye.
A further look into this has revealed that Jake Blake and Courtney Taylor, Combustion Girl, were both studying at the Raymond Kang Institute. Now the details are still a little sketchy. However, it is rumored that Kang has been studying reincarnation, mind control, and sub-oceanic UFOs. We'll find out tonight on this show.
Jake, you cannot personalize catastrophe. Courtney's death was... it was just a strange anomaly. A coincidence.
I think you could determine pretty quick with your tests and all your knowledge that I'm not a nutcase. Far from it. Even if I can get harmonious and quiet inside, I think that emotions can stabilize then. Balance out. I know that for sure. But if I'm alone with my thoughts for too long, and I'm starting to hear the voices, the unfairness, and the frightening experience of life, Believe me, I don't want to hurt nobody. But the truth just blurts out of me.
Jake thinks he saw extraterrestrials, but what he really saw was angels.
Nobody has ever told me that people disappear. And if they had, I definitely wouldn't have believed them, you know what I mean? The cops thought I was a fucking idiot. And all the reporters, they want to know every stupid little detail.
Sorry, Tara. But I'd like to know too.
Of course you want to know. Everybody thinks I have some weird answer. I'm hiding something, you know? Like, I don't know, it's a whole big hoax so I can get on some shitty reality TV show.
Tara, I know this is upsetting and sudden.
The forensic guys just returned the ashes back to me.
Are there any services being set up for Courtney?
Yeah, that's all I've been doing is taking care of a million details. Calling people, contacting everyone. I'm totally exhausted.
And shocked, I'm sure.
Nobody can explain to me what happened. So why don't you tell me, Mr. Kang? What do you know about spontaneous human combustion that I don't? Probably fucking everything. So, is this because of your research study? Is it? Or is this some sort of weird side effect?
Technically, the study hasn't even started yet, Tara. However, Courtney had many specific characteristics that would be hard to discuss with the non-analytical type.
What's with the wind tunnels?
Sorry, Tara. That information is for applicants only.
What's with the gloves? Are you some sort of germ freak?
Tara, I know you're upset or alarmed, but there's no need for a third degree here.
Wow. Aren't you Mr. fucking mysterious?
Did Courtney say anything before she died?
Look, I don't think I'm privy to reveal such information at this juncture, Mr. Kang.
Life generally begins when you die. It's just not life the way you and I perceive it. When you pass into your own nothingness, what you learn is what you have within, you take beyond. Do you think I could have a small sample of her ashes?
The device. It's an unpredictable visitor. Never quite sure when it arrives. This one must be for behavior.
Because how the hell am I supposed to get ahead? Is this the way people behave?
The device. It's not a dream. It's very, very real.
We all have choices. A long time ago, I chose a career that made financial sense and gave up my dream of playing in a band.
Rock, no! Rock, no! Rock!
Many cultures, the Native American Indians, for example, homosexuals and hermaphrodites are considered naturally more spiritually complete beings. They have the masculine, they have the feminine, and therefore they understand the complete nature of the Creator and the universe. Oh, and the few times that thing with the flute? Well, once it was a flute.
Hi, is this Avery Christensen? Hi, yeah, my name's Nathan Newman. I think we're both in the same Raymond Kang study. Yeah. Well, I've been doing a little research. Oh, I would love to tell you some of that stuff. Oh, yeah, that would be just excellent. Why don't we do that? Okay, sure. And some of the elements are kind of questionable, I think.
It sounds like you and I, Mr. Newman, need to sit down and have a serious conversation.
Well, how about this? You do your homework, and I'll do mine. And if you find something really, really strange, like how this is being financed, maybe, then we should follow the money.
All right, well, I mean, what do you intend to do with Kang with this docu-thingy? I mean, can you do that? Can you make a film about somebody's work?
Well, there are limits.
Well, I can't tell you what he's doing yet. Like, have you interviewed him? I mean, have you got any statements? I mean, what is it that you want from him?
Nathan, I'm a producer. I make shit up all the time. You like numbers, the way that they confirm everything you believe in. I like fascinating people. Well, really, I like fascinating people with money. You seem more concerned about the scientific overview.
Well, calculations or numbers aside, whatever it is, it'll reveal itself. And then the peaks of the high acceptance for change dovetail with the opposite elements, low tolerance for pain and low threshold for the unknown. And then so I only have the basic framework of it based on the small amount of information I've got, but there's more information. It's in the private research.
I only understood a portion of that, but that's okay. It just confirms that what he's up to is pretty unique. I'll make some decisions. I like the idea of a parachute on a plane. But then you know the destination. Here, it's not clear. And if there's a need to shift, well... Nathan?
You like the truth? Or do you want the truth thinking that you'll like it?
I can handle it. I'm not a fucking pussy.
You cannot videotape this, Mr. Christensen.
Coffee? Tea? Nathan, you seem like the kind of guy who could eliminate a headache with a calculator.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I don't see them coming. I didn't mean to alarm you.
I adapt well. I like to think that I'm at the center of a circumstance.
Listen, people think life is unpredictable. These blackouts, well, they're part of my pattern. Not that predictable, but there is a pattern. And how long was I out for anyway?
Not long. Not long. I interrupted the pattern. Sorry. What happens during these blackouts, Nathan? And how do they relate to the study?
If I told Avery, he wouldn't believe me, would he?
My life ended when I was falsely imprisoned. A new me now exists. I've killed problem number 1. You're probably wondering how it feels. I feel very justified in eliminating my problems, but he deserved what I did to him. However, poison isn't very satisfying. Problem number 2 will be a little more hands-on. Now this will require a little planning or creativity. Drowning. Jesus Christ, what am I thinking? Drown. A gun is a little easy, and I'm not sure about that. Knives. Knives are messy. Yes. How to eliminate problem number 2? This is going to be fucking brilliant.
So whose life is more useless, mine or yours? I can tell you right now, it's not mine. You know, Violets can solve problems. One day, this gun will be very useful. It's a temporary solution. A drink, a good fuck, a sleeping pill, an upper. But I get things done.
Tick, tick, tick. Early or late? You are a punctual lady. I'm not surprised.
As you might know, Raymond is a very discreet guy. He likes to know everything he can about his subjects. And he expects discretion from you, me, from everyone.
That's fine.
And I like to do a little fact-finding myself. Tell me, Preston, do you know how to keep a secret?
Whatever Ray wants. I don't have many secrets.
That's not what I asked you, Preston. I asked you if you knew how to keep a secret.
I know how to do a lot of things, Ms. Fiona.
Well then, first things first. I need a drink. Okay, Preston, I know you're a good boy, so you know the drill. 1, this little event never happened. 2, Raymond doesn't need to know if this happened. I'll be the judge of that. 3, any knowledge of this little soiree might affect the outcome of the study and its continuance. 4, none of the other members of the study need to know of our personal research. It may affect their role in the study. Good enough.
Good enough? Never enough.
Juniper's hard to track. Her wild clothes, her hair. Looks like she's broadcasting, but she's not. She's up to something. She's hiding.
That was fucking awful.
Courtney, it's that thing. Just so fucked up.
Spencer, you and I don't know each other. Somehow you claim to know everyone at that meeting. You know how we all get from A to Z in life. Why would you want me here, Spencer?
Has nothing to do with me. It's that thing that brought you here. I didn't do it.
You're saying you don't want me here? Now? Why? Now?
You shouldn't be here.
Spencer, we both know Raymond Kang's up to something. Is this it? This?
Something's happening to both of us, Courtney.
Well, we know this isn't natural. So what am I doing here?
Natural's a huge understatement.
Spencer, I'm scared. Help me!
I want the answers, little girl!
I can't fucking deal with this! Don't make this any worse!
I didn't do this!
That didn't happen.
So, what's with the deep fascination with Kang's studies? You know I can't tell you the inner workings of his research. As a matter of fact, I don't have access to that much information anyway.
Why is that? Aren't you his right-hand woman?
Answering that would be leading down the path now, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be leading down the path of answering my questions. Oh my.
Actually, I'm not even a part of his organization. I'm just a hired gun, only for this aspect of it. He's pretty much working for himself, but he does have other people working for him as well.
Well, you could tell me a little bit off the record. Now, if we were in a court of law, I would be required to tell you if I was recording this. Which I'm not, by the way.
Really? Okay. What's in it for me?
The minute that people hear the title producer, right away they think you're loaded. All I do is find people with money. I help them spend that money. We have fun spending the money. And then maybe, occasionally, we make some money back.
Not everyone is drawn to money, Avery. Money is just a reflection or measurement of value, security, and sometimes satisfaction. And different people react differently to those things. I have some long-term interests in money, sure. But because of this, I can enjoy a short-term objective. Maybe just because it's fun.
So, let's focus.
Maybe you could cast me in one of your movies. Tell me, Avery, do you make naughty films or horror movies or horrible naughty movies?
I make excellent naughty films, Fiona.
Maybe I could audition for a role sometime.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we have some films coming up, and there are some parts that you could try out for.
Interesting. Do you like my eyes?
Yes, actually, your eyes are wonderful.
Do you really like my eyes, or are you just saying that?
I think you can tell.
Some men would kiss my eyes. But maybe it's these boobies. Would you cast me for these boobies? Would you kiss these boobies?
You know, some men would. Some men would. Absolutely, for your presence. And that's the fascinating thing that you have, though. That's what you're going to get cast for.
What are we really saying here?
You know I run my own business, just like you. But I have to report to others. Now, what I could do is pre-audition you. And if I like what I see, you get my vote.
Then you fuck me with your tiny little producer weenie, and then I won't get the part, and it turns out there are no partners.
And I'm gonna pretend that I didn't hear anything you said. Maybe we could start over. What do you think?
Are you leaving?
No, I'm not leaving yet. I'm gonna use your washroom upstairs.
Sure.
Fiona, when I come down, I'm gonna be a different me. And you can be a different you.
Sure. Come on back down. We'll refocus.
But we're gonna have a completely different conversation when I do.
Okay. I'll be waiting.
Some producers would kiss my eyes. Some producers will play that game. Some producers are women. Well, not me, not me.
What would you like to converse about?
People don't converse. They play games.
You don't have to tell me that.
So we're gonna play a game, Fiona. I think you're gonna like it.
Well, if you want to play, I'm sure I will like it.
I like to ask people what they want. You like to ask people what they like. Now, Fiona, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take your head and you're going to turn with it, or your neck is going to feel much pain. You know how to use your head, Fiona. It's part of your biz. Follow your head like that. It's confidential, maybe. It's not safe. Maybe a secret. Hey, is this a game, Fiona? You need a little restraint? Okay, don't you move.
I think you're gonna have to stop. Whoa. Whoa. Hey. Hey.
There's no safe word.
Oh no.
Safe word.
Please don't stop, Avery.
Oh God, please don't stop. Please just ram that tiny cock into me.
Please. Take me hard. Take me good. I love a rape fantasy as much as the next woman.
Yes.
Bastard.
Rape?
Fucking talk fantasy.
Oh, Avery, this is not a fantasy. It's very, very real, but I have a few things that I'd like to enlighten you about first.
What could you possibly have that I would want that you would want to share with me?
Herpes.
I really don't like her secrets. She enjoys being so fucking confusing. I really don't like her secrets. She really enjoys being confusing.
Well. The therapist likes a little restraint. There's no safe word.
Oh no. Please don't stop, Avery. Just ram that tiny little cock of yours into me.
Do you find music helps at all with your anger issues?
I guess the recording part of it, that's pretty good, but I can't stand him. Hate him. Don't like his ways. Now he's got some big plan of sticking me in some video. Got me jumping around like some Kansas City faggot in a goddamn video. I can't dance. Don't want to either.
Well, it might be worth considering going through that whole experience. You may find that you learned something.
Marta.
Hi, Preston. Are you back?
I'm back in town to take care of a few things. Talk to Ray. See a few people.
Can we make some private time for us?
Think I could swing something.
Any chance that Juniper or one of your other ladies is showing up?
Nope.
So, Preston, I just want to make sure you're okay with my special request. Wearing the suit. Can I go over the details with you?
I'm all ears, Marta. All ears.
I know that God's watching, but I know that God can be tricked. I've tricked him before, and I'll trick him again. God is supposed to be everywhere. But I know he's sitting on a cloud. If God's looking down on my boyfriend visitor, I just haven't dressed up in a bunny suit or one of God's creatures. Because from way up there, God will just think that we're bunnies, doing what bunnies do.
Marta, she's a furry? A real furry?
Sex with animals.
Why now? The best thing I've ever wanted ever. I'm just not in the flow.
You're not ready.
Superhero? Not.
You're ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to do this for real.
Do you think this is cheap for me to come in here? How much do you think I am an hour?
Well, I need to hear it sort of just reverberate around in my head and then it just spill on out of my mouth. What I feel makes me wanna cry. There's no answer to the question why. Things came here from up in the sky. The things that did could have made me die, yeah.
Okay, well, you know, people will do almost anything for money. I mean, that's just, especially now, times are tough, right?
Is Jake Blake's new record deal just plain creepy or a satanic pact?
Confession is a popular form of atonement. Baptism and born-againism is another popular method. Marta believes that if her boyfriend is wearing a bunny suit, that he is safe from God. Marta thinks that if God is watching her being laid by a guy in a suit, that he will think it's just bunnies fucking. That's what bunnies do, so no problem. God is happy, and Marta's happy.
This one's just for me.
For real? Shit that I do for love, I'm telling you.
Is God watching?
I hope not.
Can he see us?
Not now.
Juniper's hard to track. Her wild clothes, her hair. It looks like she's broadcasting, but she's not. She's up to something.
We've never met. You know my name. You know I was involved in the Kang study. And I'm just not sure how to deal with these contradictions.
What do you know about Mr. Kang? What should I know about Mr. Kang?
Apparently, the study still might happen.
Well, you think so?
He needed to take us into some strange psychotropical drug state.
Nathan, are you talking about a black study?
Wait, you mean like a study blacked out by the government?
I know there's not any particular evidence to lead to such a conclusion, just take what you will.
But maybe we were being prepped for some kind of different persuasion.
How do you figure?
Even though I think it might be about mind control, you can't hypnotize us into doing things we don't want to do.
That's not necessarily true. It's all relative. Many people can be persuaded to go beyond their limits.
Juniper, you seem to know a lot more than I would expect, so what's up?
I have a piece of information I'd like to share with you, if that's okay. Take a good look at this link. Lots of things you've been looking for. Lots of things you've been looking for.
Juniper?
Minutes.
Preston is a manimal. A manimal. Homo manimalis.
Marta. What's up?
Hi, Preston.
It's about 9-ish. Maybe you're in the hood?
I can't make it, Preston.
You're telling me you're backing out now?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Tell me you're kidding.
No, I'm serious.
I got the suit. I got the mojo.
I can't change things now.
I took the pill.
You took a pill.
You gotta come over, Marta.
I'm glad you were ready.
You're kidding, right? Suddenly you just ain't coming.
I'd get my carrot if I could.
I took the pill.
Sorry.
Sorry you're gonna bring this puppy down. I'm a machine. Ready to rock.
I never told you to take any pills.
Marta, I got the suit.
Oops, I gotta go.
Okay.
Hard to say why Preston let her slip away. She's got bigger things up her sleeve. When she's wearing sleeves.
Personally, I think there are problems between people. I don't have any problems with men or women.
Wow. That sounds a little creepy. I'm not really clear on a lot of things to do with Kang. I was interested in his work. I talked to him about it. Did a little bit of research. And then Fiona suggested that possibly the study wasn't going to really go forward. So I'm not about to rearrange my entire schedule unless they're going to make it worth my while. And it still bothers me a little bit about later stages being harmless but weird.
Mr. Christensen.
I told you to call me Avery.
Mr. K. I don't like the implications of this study any more than you do. And I don't like being asked questions by private investigators any more than you.
I don't think it's so much what the questions are, or the tone of the questions.
Well, they were very vague. They didn't ask about Kang, but rather the upcoming applicants. There were a lot of questions about Courtney, which I suppose is understandable. They asked a bit about everyone. They seemed particularly interested in Nathan Newman.
And what about Preston?
Oh, Preston needs history. They seemed to think so too. But they didn't ask much about you.
Yes, well, I mean, what's to say I have nothing to hide? Well, very little to hide. I don't think there'd really be much interest in me.
Their tone while they were speaking to me, it was very, if we want it, we're gonna get it. Which freaks me out. I'm perhaps just spooked by cops.
I thought you said they weren't cops.
They weren't. They were very persuasive. But Avery, why weren't they interested in you? I mean, you're a very fascinating person. I can easily see you being a person of interest.
Well, thank you. But as interesting as I may be, I don't know if I want investigative types coming around asking questions. I'm not impressed with Ray Kang and his mind police kicking in doors.
Mind police?
Well, it's something that Nathan had said, and he knows Ray very, very well. He may be a bit obsessive, but I'm sure that he would have some information that you'd enjoy.
Have you ever been hypnotized before? They use similar techniques.
I'm not the type. I'm not susceptible.
You never know.
I know.
Well, I know too. I grew up in the circus, remember?
Avery, it's Nathan. I just met with Juniper from the study, and I think she induced a blackout in me.
No, Nathan. That wasn't a blackout.
Tell me about it. Nathan, she hypnotized you.
I'm not sure. I mean,
you know what? I just met her too.
I can't really say it was a blackout.
She's a fucking hermaphrodite.
Juniper's not a dude. She's a hermaphrodite. A hermaphrodite is a plant or an animal that has both male and female reproductive organs. Growing up with the circus taught her many things.
Yeah, science boy. Google it. Hermaphrodite. It's fucking exciting.
And that was not easy to conceal from Preston. But Preston loves him a blowjob.
Portions of Ray's past have huge holes in it. A few other applicants that were almost included in this thing have gone missing. Avery, I don't think you're particularly schooled in my methods. Trust me. Numbers, people, machines, the elements, molecules, it's all a system. It's all a master calculation.
Okay, Nathan, what do you really think is happening? I mean, can we talk about reality here, okay? I mean, what do you really think is going on? And I don't want any crazy conspiracy theory gobbledygook.
I'm still connecting the dots, to use your analogous aphorism, Avery. A few applicants are still hidden on the internet like ghosts. Can't find them, not sure who they are. The information is tight.
Dig and look a little deeper. Christ, do I have to do everything myself? Fuck.
Right. I'm glad I caught you here.
Oh, hi. Fiona didn't tell me you were here. Why don't we examine some of the specific questions you have?
You don't have to talk around things, Ray. I like things blunt. I like the truth.
You like the truth? Or do you want the truth thinking that you'll like it?
I'm not a fucking child, Ray.
Just give it to me here. I can handle it. I'm not a fucking pussy.
We discussed this. I made this crystal clear that you cannot videotape this, Mr. Christensen.
immorality flourishes when God blinks.
That happened. Avery's gone. There's a body of data that seems to imply that the study hasn't stopped. Every now and then you will find new mysteries, and new info comes from unusual sources. I've been receiving a few new links. I would have appreciated Kang being more forthcoming with information about his study. I'm pretty sure that in the stats and the specifics of the applicants, more insight can be found. However, all the information and all the applicants aren't clearly findable. I'm not interested in breaking his security. However, it's a challenge to piece it together. Some elements are missing.
I'm Winona Werner, and we'll find out tonight on this show that nothing is a coincidence. Is he a responsible social scientist, a terrorist, or maybe he's a cult leader? We have a photo of him in Waco, Texas, and another one of him in Spain during the 2004 Madrid bombings. Just who is this Raymond Kang?
When I began doing research in telepathy many years ago, we found it was quite difficult to find gifted subjects. But there's one person that we found with extraordinary abilities. Kaspar Pavelka. He was an unexpected find, and he became our main subject. He could move things by doing complicated hand gestures and just by concentrating. It's pretty solid telekinesis, but it was unstable sometimes. We conducted various telepathy investigations with Kaspar, some of them quite successful. I devised several new techniques to provoke and amplify the unusual. After those main telepathic investigations, Kaspar disappeared. Basically vanished. Then I had a dream about him. He is holding a device and he told me.
There was no limit to the way all dimensions could be shaped.
He would hold the box out to me. His hands would detach and the box would float away. That in itself would only be a strange dream, but what followed after that was ominous.
Raymond Kang was consulted in the death of Kaspar Pavelka. However, there was no suspicion or connection.
Do you ever feel your hands doing something on their own? It can be something simple. I could be sitting here and then suddenly notice that I'm scratching the side of my head. And I look at my hands sometimes and I feel alien. Waking up from a blackout, your own hands at your throat is a scary thought. It happens in dreams and it's a waking intimidation. The dreams with Kaspar continued and I felt haunted by it. At times fearful until Kaspar was found later by the police 300 miles from here. He was apparently semi-catatonic and was being held in a series of murders. 3 of them were strangulations. He died later in prison. And I felt it in my hands. And I'm definitely understanding this as best as I can.
Ray was concerned about some of the violent tendencies and pseudonyms you talk about.
Well, it's mostly that. Just talk. I've seen a few things and well, I've learned to be careful.
Would you say that you experience others' points of view very well?
That it's clutter.
Well, the mind can be a very scary place, especially when it's telling you what to do. Was it difficult to have me suggest that you have conversations with other applicants?
Oh, I talked to Jake, that cowboy guy. I met him in a bar and it was a bit of an accident.
Really?
We had a little talk. He wasn't in a good mood. He said something about Courtney and how he thought it was sad. I think he thought I disagreed or something. He got all tense.
Were you drinking?
We're in a bar. I didn't like his attitude. Like, he was telling me some crap about how weird things happen and all I had to deck him.
What?
I punched him in the face.
What do you mean?
Well, he got all high and mighty. I told him a thing or two he wasn't gonna take, but neither was I. So I mashed and hit and mashed and hit, and then I kicked him, and he tried to kick me, and I kicked him back, and I decked him.
Oh God, it's horrible. It's fucking horrible. I'm on shit.
Breathe deeply, Jake. Breathe. Now, tell me all about it. Slowly.
Jesus, Fiona, it's happening again.
What?
Premonitions. And I know when they're real.
How do you know that, Jake?
I know because the people in the study, the dreams, the faces change, and it's happening in Japan.
Fiona, I'm not a figment. You know that. What are you going to do about it?
What? What are you doing here?
I'm not here.
Oh, you're not here. Okay.
Fiona, it's coming apart. You know that.
You're telling me it's coming apart? Who are you to say that? You...
Fiona, I am not a figment. You know that. What are you going to do about it?
Oh, God. Ugh, nobody can work like this, Ray. Look, Ray, I'm trying to be supportive. I really am. But you just don't seem to be worried about any of this.
Maybe it disturbs you not to know the full picture, Fiona. Maybe it should.
What the hell is going on in people's heads? Jake's having psychotic, fucked up dreams like Spencer. Avery's gone missing. And God only knows what Carol's name is now.
You've been an asset, Fiona. But even though this has all collapsed, it's not necessarily going against the master plan.
I have a right to understand fully what we're working towards.
People like you shouldn't have access to all the files. You are a walking example of why encryption codes were created.
And why are you so calm when the master plan is a fucking mess?
Maybe watching you deal with this mess is part of this mess.
You're being propped up by government fuckheads who want to turn the population into zombies or puppets? Are you even a person? Or are you some kind of fucking robot from another planet?
The applicants. The elements they embody. The codes. There's a pattern. There's an answer in this. What's this? An anonymous email. Links to something I might find interesting. No, this isn't from Kang. This leads to... Unfucking-believable.
There are so many things in the media today that are pounding young girls' self-esteem, and I think it's particularly important if they hope to become strong women to be able to overcome some of these things. And I get a lot of satisfaction from helping the young ladies in particular. Hi, sweetie.
Call me Jenny. I'm not feeling so sweet today, Fiona.
Well then, you can call me Mom, can't you?
I would call you Mom if you were my real mom.
Someday, honey, when you feel my love, then you will understand. I brought you some food.
Good, I'm hungry.
And it's all good. You have nutrition, and you're losing just the right amount of weight.
When do I get out of here?
When you love me, and when I know you love me.
But I do love you.
No, you don't. You're just saying that. If you leave now, you'll take all your love with you. And then where would that leave me?
I'll come visit and we can do things together.
Why?
Because I love you.
Sure, you might come back for Christmas or some other Hallmark obligatory occasions, but Jenny, that's not love.
How do you know?
It's my life to know these things, Jenny. I know honesty.
Fuck you, Mommy.
Oh, now that's honest.
Fuck you, Fiona.
No, that's really honest. And when that changes, then and only then can we ever be a real family.
Oh, just like your family? The one that fucked off on you, that left you alone?
Sometimes when life goes awry and things don't go the way you planned, people have to do things to build up their lives again. And we can rebuild us as a new family. Life will be better for all. Things can get better, can't they, Jenny? If we all play the game together. Now, you enjoy your meal. And later on, we'll talk about what makes us happy and what makes us feel awful.
If you live too far in the future or too far in the past, there's regrets and there is anticipation, and so of course there's fear. But if you live in the present, there's no room for fear. There's only living.
So much chatter. Sometimes it's a seemingly series of random voices. So much chatter. It's great to be thoughtful and cosmically omniscient. Not everyone can handle this. The constant comparison to everyone else's lives. Living in tremendous loneliness. Worrying about what things will make our lives better.
Happiness seems to be eluding some of these people in your study, Ray.
You know how this all happened. You know you're the reason this study is happening, Spence. It was all you. When you picked up the machine, that's how it all started.
I imagine it feels normal to think you're going crazy.
I wanted to ask Casper why. I never got that chance.
Alright, so why me, Ray?
Well, some things are just unknowable.
Yeah, you're right.
Spencer, reset.
Ray's got nothing to say. He's never had anything to say the whole day. He's playing me the whole time. That's fine. Because he realizes that I've had the power all along. Before the Big Bang, there was no time. Time was created. For the convenience of simple perception, we have a past, present, and a future. Makes things easier. Start as a little black dot before it all began, and arrive at a past, present, and future that all exist at the same time. That's not my experience. I see it all at once. The past, the present, the future are all one thing to me. That's my reality. It's complex, but I'm learning.
Courtney.
Nothing happened, Tara. Plus, I feel great.
Courtney, you're a combustion girl.
Combustion girl!
You're all over television.
What? Really?
Yeah, they've been reporting about you like crazy all over the internet, and like a shitload of shows have called here to talk about you.
No way. Who's reporting? What shows?
Well, I don't know, like a bunch of people have called. Winona Werner? Winona Werner. Yeah, she like owns your story. She loves it.
Cool. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wait. Did you say Combustion Girl?
Yeah.
So I make it on TV, but I'm famous as Combustion Girl.
Measuring the quality of life requires tools of human construction. To trust these tools may be our initial creative misjudgment.
Believe it, Nathan, and I'm certainly not out of my mind. How degrading it is to be surrounded by you and your genius, arrogant partners. Always being treated like a peon. Always double-checking your crazy projections. Your cash flow. Your bad business. It's no fun serving time for a diabolical scheme that I didn't create.
Your taking the fall was not my idea.
Oh, Ma, you had so many big ideas, and me rotting in prison wasn't your idea.
Did they say it was my idea? Did they pin this on me? This is not... I didn't do this. This was not my idea.
Two wrongs don't make my one false imprisonment right, I know, but different people figure things out very differently. Do the math, Nathan. Do 3 wrongs make a right? Carol's dead, Nathan. As gone as your 2 partners, and no, I don't have to do anything, but I want to. It feels so good. I'm glad I smartened up. I decided to go beyond my alleged capacity to surpass what I couldn't quite comprehend about you geniuses in your mystery mental world.
People saw me come here. You know I'm here. They got cameras.
Really? Do you think I haven't thought this through? Or that I'm incapable? I win, you fail. You had all the numbers to figure this out, but here you are. I did my homework. Years of homework.
Now I get it. It was 9 o'clock in the morning, right after the soft-boiled eggs and the orange juice. I said to him, this is the moment. This is the moment, but he didn't believe me. Now he's gonna believe me. He's gonna believe me.
You don't have to do this, Carol. Carol, you don't have to do this.
The pleasure of vengeance is seriously understated. It's really wonderful to eliminate the problems from your life. I think I need to go a little more hands-on. I think, as part of my rehabilitation, I need to go more old school. Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Oh! I stepped on your glasses. I'm sorry. If you were royalty, they might use this. Sharp. One clean cut. Painless, and you are gone. Dispatched to the other world. In a parallel universe, I might use this. Sharp. You're dispatched to the other world. But it is brutal. It is drawn out, and it will not be painless. Mini, mini, miny, mo.
Who the fuck would believe this anyway?
What I feel makes me wanna cry. There's no answer to the question why things came here from up in the sky. That stuff they did could have made me die, yeah.
Combustion girl! Okay, apparently I was gone. I died. I mean, no big deal. Things go black and bam, suddenly I'm in a park. I don't even know what happened. Why don't you call freaking Combustion Girl? Oh wait, that's me.
There are people that I wanna see, trying hard to dig the real me. They strain in vain and look at my face. They're gonna get a glimpse of what's in outer space, I say.
Well, people, it looks as though the responsible media have been duped again. Courtney Taylor, Combustion Girl, was an elaborate hoax. Some charges are pending on trickster producer Avery Christensen. He is now a person of interest in this case. Coincidence? There are no coincidences on this show.
Into the void, my mind keeps playing. Into the void, my mind keeps straying.
Fiona, I am not a figment, you know that. What are you gonna do about it? Fiona, I'm not a figment, you know that. What are you gonna do about it?
Oh my. This all started out with the best of intentions. Every day we go through the motions of love and goodwill and constructing a happy home, but you just can't make the people you love you back. It's all over. It's all coming apart. Let's call it a grand experiment. A great effort that just didn't pan out. Oh, there she is. Are some dreams real or premonitions? Let's call it a grand experiment, a great effort that just didn't pan out, and let it go.
Now when I look up at the stars, those little lights don't seem that far. And in a place I can play guitar. They got no roads and they got no cars. Rock on.
Life generally begins when we die. It's just not life the way you or I perceive it. When you pass into your own nothingness, what you learn is what you have within, you take beyond.
Why can't I find my dreams? Why are things not what they seem? Why don't I feel alive? Why am I such a lonely guy? Who do I really think I am? Who's messing with the master plan? When will
Ray, we have a problem.
We have many problems. Nothing we can't resolve.
Yes, well, not at this stage.
So with Nathan following our financial trail and Avery's unfortunate interference, I think all I can do now is thank you.
You know, Jake's been having dreams. Dreams about Japan. And he's never been there.
Okay, I'll get our guy to look into it.
Our guy? Spencer.
We'll see how responsive he is.
That thing makes me nervous. Ray, we knew it wasn't going to be easy. Projects of this nature are not only expensive, but rarely successful. We were close.
Very close.
Spencer's okay?
Good enough. But still, shut it down?
We're shutting it down. And I'm off. You can find me in Japan, location 3.
Okay. When we continue, the results will be vastly improved. Thank you, Juniper.
I'm gone. Gone in seconds.
Well, that's the story they'll get for now. Sounds just crazy enough. They won't understand the big picture, and a soundbite just won't cover it. Don't let them in. Don't show them the casual you. Don't let it out. Yet.
Well, you know when you just know something, you feel it inside? That's my conscience telling me that this is meant to be absolutely. That I'm going to be a star and no one is going to stop me. But when I'm discovered, I'm going to be on that screen 60 feet tall. Hi, Mr. Kang?
Oh, hey, Courtney. Why don't we examine some of the specific questions you have about this study?